What's going on, guys? Coach Griffin with MatTime Wrestling, and today's video we're going to talk about wrestling basics again. We're going to dive into points today and give you guys a quick overview of how the point system works in wrestling. In the last video we talked about how the match flows and kind of what to expect when you're watching a wrestling match. In the points, we're going to break down how wrestlers are awarded points and also how you can win a wrestling match. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so in every wrestling match, you can win based on, there's a few different ways you can win a wrestling match, but the gist of it is you score points for different moves, and then at the end of the match, you win based on whoever has the most points. Now, there's four basic ways you can win a wrestling match. There's what they call a decision, a major decision, a technical fall, and a fall. And we'll go over those four today. There's other ways you can win, a medical forfeit, some different things like that, but the basics of a wrestling match is what we'll focus on today. And so first, let's talk about how points are awarded in wrestling. So, like we said in the last video, you start off the wrestling match in neutral from the line, and the ref will blow the whistle and you'll start. So in this scenario, nobody has control of anybody, so there are no points awarded. So if I were to somehow take Landon down, right, and I take him down, and now I'm on top of Landon, I'm in a control position, I will get awarded 2 points for a takedown. So that's one way you can get 2 points. So we go from a neutral position to a position where I'm in control. So the next way you can get a point in wrestling is when you do what they call an escape. And an escape is worth 1 point. So an escape is, let's say we've just started wrestling and I've taken Landon down and now I'm in a position of control. So I've just been awarded 2 points. We're still wrestling here, right? Let's say Landon does a stand-up and quad pod knee slide and gets out to a position where now we're in neutral again. He just gets awarded 1 point here for an escape. So now at this point in the match, the match score will be 2 me, 1 Landon. So that's takedown for 2 points, escape for 1 point. Now we're going to do what they call a reversal. So a reversal is when we're in a scenario where I've got control of him and it flips to where he's got control of me. So go down, Landon. I've just scored a takedown. I'm wrestling Landon from a top position, and instead of escaping, we're wrestling. Landon does what they call a switch, which there's a few different moves you can do, but the gist of it is Landon goes from being on bottom to now being on top. So Landon has done what they call a reversal, and he has swapped the control. So he would get 2 points for that. Now, that is different. That is completely different than if Landon were to execute a stand-up. He were to execute a stand-up, go, stand up, and then he were to get 1 point, and then he were to shoot on me and take me down, and then get 2 points. So that would be a total of 3 points that Landon would get. So there's a difference in a reversal, where you swap control, and an escape, and then a takedown, where you do 2 different things and get a total of 3 points. So takedown, 2 points, reversal, 2 points, escape, 1 point, and now we're going to talk about near fall points, or sometimes referred to as back points. So back points are awarded on a time basis. So the criteria for a back point is one shoulder touching, the other shoulder at a 45-degree angle or less to the ground. That's basically exposing his back to the ground. The other one would be neither shoulder touching, like bridge on your neck. Neither shoulder touching, go, bridge up. Neither shoulder touching, but facing the ground. So I would get back points for this. Go ahead. So basically, anytime your back is exposed to the ground, the referee will start doing what he calls swipes. And so the referee's doing this. A lot of times they'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, and they count up to 5. So the points are awarded if you are exposing your back for 2 seconds, you get a total of 2 points. And then if you get to 5 seconds, you get a total of 3 points. So technically, if I were to take him down and then he were to land on his back and I were to hold his back to the mat for 5 seconds, I would get a total of 3 points. Sorry, 5 points. I would get 2 for a takedown and then 3 for near fall, totaling 5 points. So I'll show you that scenario. So let's say we're wrestling and we're in neutral. We're in neutral. and I shoot a double leg on Landon, and I take him down, and right here, I expose his back, right here. So he's exposed at a 45-degree angle. I've just gotten 2 for a takedown, and now I'm holding him here for 5 seconds, and I can't hold him any longer, and he bridges, boom, and rolls back to his stomach. Okay, there you go. So now we're wrestling back in a top-bottom. So I got 2 points for a takedown, and then I got 3 more points for holding him exposed, back points, for 5 seconds. And the referee will typically, until the scramble is done, he will hold those back points, and then he'll award them. He'll make similar to this gesture here, showing that it's back points, either 2 or 3. So anyway, that's one of the ways you can score. So you have takedown for 2 points, you have reversal for 2 points, Landon's about to fall asleep, you have an escape for 1 point, you have up to 3 points of back points. Now we're going to do stalling. So stalling is another way you can get points in a wrestling match. So let's say I'm wrestling Landon. Landon is not an aggressor, but I am. I'm constantly wrestling Landon, and he's backing up, right, the entire time. And then we go back to the center, and I'm pressuring him, and he's backing up, right? So to a referee, that is essentially stalling. You are not aggressively controlling the center of the mat. And so after enough scenarios of you doing this, the referee will hold up his fist with whatever color. He'll have armbands on his hands. Whatever color is stalling, he'll hold up his fist and execute a stalling warning. And so now he has a warning for stalling. So at this point, if the referee calls stalling again on him, if he continues to back up, the referee will then call stalling and award me 1 point. So that's a way that you can score points off of stalling. All right, so you guys are officially masters at points now and masters at how wrestling matches work. Perfect. So now we're going to move on to the next concept, which is how do I win a wrestling match? So this is actually really simple. There's 4 different ways you can win a wrestling match. We talked about it earlier. There's a decision, a major decision, a tech fall, and then a fall. And so let's talk about a decision first. So a decision is less than 8 points. So if we wrestle the entire 3 rounds, 2 minutes each, for 6 minutes, and the score is 7-0, 6-4, 5-9, 20-19, right? Then that would be a decision. So I or he, one wrestler beats the other wrestler by less than 8 points. It doesn't matter what the score is, as long as it's less than 8 points of a gap between the 2. So that's a decision. Then you have a major decision. A major decision is more than 8 points between the 2, but less than 15. So if I beat him 12-0, that's a major decision. If he beats me 20-8, that's a major decision, right? Because it's 12 points different. So that's another way you can win. The third way is by a tech fall. Now this is like the fanciest way that you can win. A lot of people, they want to do this. They want to tech somebody is what they say. And you'll see wrestlers that will basically, if they feel like they can dominate the other wrestler, they will constantly take them down. And then as soon as they take them down, they'll be wrestling, right? And they'll wrestle, and they'll take the guy down. And then as soon as they take him down, they let him back up, right? They let him back up. Next thing you know, they go right back in. And they take the wrestler down again. And then they let him back up, right? So now what's happening is, because I feel like I could take him down easily, I'm not going to sit there and wrestle him, but pinning him's too easy. And so it's kind of a show-off thing. You tech the opponent. And teching is when you beat somebody by 15 points. At the moment that you get 15 points ahead of them, the referee will stop the match by technical fall. So if I take him down, I get 2. I let him up, he gets 1. I take him down again, I get 2. I let him up, he gets 1. Now it's 4-2, right? And then it's 6-3, right? And then it's 8-4. And so every once in a while, they'll throw in turns when they go to their back to get 3 more points. And basically a wrestler will build up points. You'll see him intentionally letting the other person up so that he can take him down again and get more points. So that's what they call a tech fall. And the last way that you will beat an opponent is by a regular fall, or a pin they call it. And at any point during the match, if you get your opponent's shoulders, both of their shoulders, come back where they can see you. If you get any of your opponent's, both of his shoulders, turn sideways, right here, go to your back, right here. Both of his shoulders flat on the mat, just like that, for 3 seconds, you win. So if I'm wrestling this guy, I'm trying to get his back. That's why we get back points, right? Because back points means I'm close to pinning him, right? So fight it. So he's fighting, I'm trying to turn him, I'm trying, he's fighting. But if I manage to get both of his shoulders, boom, flat against the mat, ref will count. At the end of the count, he'll slap the mat, and the match is over. And so that is a pin. That's the fourth way that you can beat somebody in a wrestling match. You ready to do this? Oh, that was a good high five, man. Do it again. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Just again, a real quick tutorial, a recap on how wrestling matches work and points are awarded. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos. We're going to get into more wrestling techniques and drills and moves in the future. And again, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.